Yo, what is up, guys? How are you doing today? Back at it again with another video. So sorry I haven't posted in a little bit. I've just kind of been sitting back a little bit trying to make the best content for you guys. Figure it out, make the best quality, best noted details that I know, stuff like that. And kind of just learning how to edit, make the videos a little cleaner. Yeah, so without further ado, today's video is going to be all about the Subaru WRX and my opinion on it, on the goods, the bads, the the downsides of him, and what to expect with owning a WRX. I specifically want to talk about the generation 2008 to 14. I personally have owned one. I owned a 2010 WRX 2.5 turbo, 5-speed manual. It was a nice car, but unfortunately that one blew up on me. I will be explaining that in this video a little bit, not super in detail, but just to give you guys my personal experience with that car. Yeah, so that's going to be today's video. Just kind of going through it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys are enjoying this content. If you are, please remember to like, subscribe, and smash that subscribe button. Like, do it. Just, you guys got it. I believe in you. I want to hit 100 subscribers. I feel like we can do this. You guys have been showing some support. Let's do this. You guys got this. Let's get into the video. So guys, I wanted to start off with 5 good things I liked about the Subaru WRX, and I do like about it still to this day, because they are okay cars. They just have their problems, and you got to be prepared for them. So, I want to start off with number 1 being they're pretty quick cars. They're if you're looking for something fast and fun, something quick around a track, something quick on a dirt track, or even like road or whatever you want, the Subaru does have your back on that. It is a really good track focused car. People do like to build them for this reason, but yeah, they're good cars for that. Number 2, I wanted to say their all-wheel drive system. All-wheel drive on the Subarus are fantastic. I personally experienced it because I've owned one. They're great. They're great. I had just threw a simple set of winter tires on my car in the winter, and all-wheel drive did its thing, and I straight through any snow I wanted. It was a great time. Like, I never struggled trying to get anywhere in the winter, and if I wanted to go, I could go. Its all-wheel drive system was great. That's all I really have to say about that. Yeah. 3, if you're into just like the looks of cars and stuff, they overall look okay. I like the looks of them. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the my era I had. Like the 2008 to 14, like they look great, but personally I would have bought a Blob-eye instead. But oh well, I bought what I bought, and yeah. So that's got to be my third one for the goods. 4 would have to be the classic Subaru Rumble. You throw equal length headers on it, and then just a nice catback exhaust, 2.5-inch catback exhaust. They sound fantastic. It's great. You throw your exhaust, throw an intake, throw a little bit of a tune on there, start ripping through the mountains, and you'll have an amazing time with this car. It wouldn't let you down unless it blows up on you, but besides the point. Yeah, the Subaru Rumble, it just sounds amazing. Not many other cars sound as good as it, four-banger wise. Four-banger wise is pretty hard to beat the Subaru Rumble, in my opinion. Yeah, so that's number 4. 5 would be the interior. I know a lot of people say the interior isn't great. Like, I do agree on that, and that is one of my points on my bad ones, but the interior seats, specifically the seats. I love the bucket seats. They were great. They were designed from factory with bucket seats and all WRXs, I believe, and they were comfortable and they held you in place. But yeah, that's my opinion on the seats. The interior, it was okay. It wasn't great, but I loved the seats they put in that car, and the shifter. The whole shifter was great. The seat, everything was nice. But yeah, that'll have to be my 5th one for the goods. That'll be concluding all 5 for the goods. Because that being said, I really didn't have many other goods I could put on the list about the Subaru. I unfortunately had more bad experiences with mine, and as many people do, unless you want to put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into it. But I wasn't wanting to do that. Yeah, so let's move on to the bads. So, the bads of a Subaru WRX. I got a lot for this one because I had a lot personally, but I'm only doing 5 to match the 5 good ones, making it even 10 for the list. Yeah. Anyways, number 1 would have to be the fuel. The fuel on it was not good. I don't remember the exact mileage I was getting. It was about, around city was like 4 or 5 casual driving through the city, and on the highway I'd get like 7 to 10 maybe. It wasn't great, and it cost a lot of money to fill it. It was $90 per tank, and I was at the gas station every 3 days. I mean, I do a lot of driving personally, but it was, yeah, $90 every 3 days was a lot of money. Anyways, that's number 1. Number 2 would have to be, yes, the interior. I know I complimented the interior on the goods, the seats, but the interior dashboard was built like crap. It's cheap, it's plastic, it's ugly, it's not great. Subaru could have done us better and did a little bit of a nicer interior. I even think my 2000s BMW I own had a nicer interior than my Subaru, other than the seats. But yeah, that'll be my second point. 3 would be just reliability. It's not overall a reliable car. I had a lot of problems with mine. My water pump went, and I've owned 9 manual vehicles as for my second point on this one. The whole slave cylinder, master cylinder, shift linkage, and a bunch of other stuff just blew randomly on me one day. I hopped back into the car in a parking lot, perfectly drove it there, and then pressed the clutch down, and it just stayed, and it was done. So yeah, it's just not really a reliable car. If you want a good daily driver reliability wise, it's not the one. 4 would have to be overall just expensive to repair. Their parts weren't cheap. Like, I went out and I think my oil change from Subaru, when I got it done at the dealership once, the only time I ever did it, I did it myself after that for the rest of my ownership of it. I think they charged $167 from the dealership, but I go to a regular mechanic, it would have been probably cheaper. But anyways, parts like my control arms, I replaced the control arms on those. They were almost $600 for just the control arm for one. My tires I had to do higher, nicer tires. I was recommended at least Michelin's. I did Indy 500s. Those were expensive. Maintenance just was expensive on the car, and I didn't like that. So yeah, that'll be my 4th point on that one. 5 would have to be, it wasn't very practical for daily driving. It didn't like driving in the city. It suffered from, when I was in the city, I do a lot of country driving, but I also do a lot of city driving. So I needed a car that could do both. That one didn't like both. It didn't like the stop go traffic, and it would rather obviously just rip down a highway or rip down a track or have fun on the back 40s, right? Yeah. So that being said, I'm sure if I got to drive the car where it was properly meant to be driven daily, every day, like ripping down highways, having fun, letting the car breathe and do what it was meant to do, I'm sure it would have been a better car. I'm not sure. I don't know. You guys can correct me about that one. Yeah, so I didn't really enjoy the car overall. Those are my 5 opinions personally, with my personal experience on owning a WRX, and I didn't think it was the best vehicle out there. Anyways, guys, that'll be all 5 for the 5 points on bad. And yeah, so I wanted to give you guys also a little backstory to my Subaru. Basically, I bought it when about a year and 2 months ago now. Maybe a year ago. No, about a year ago now. Anyways, I bought it about a year ago now, and I saw it once for about a quick half an hour, because I unfortunately wasn't able to be at that dealership very long. I had to go places. I had to get things done that day. I did a quick look over the car. It looked clean. It was brand new, like, brakes on the car. It drove pretty nice for the test drive. It was clean. The body was clean. I did a good look over it. It was a clean car, but I ended up taking it home, and about 800 kilometers of driving it, not very hard. I only went on 60 roads for those like 800 kilometers, because I was only really going back and forth to work those few weeks. Didn't have much to do at the time. I was bored. Anyways, I just went back and forth from work, and one day I parked it up on the side of a gas station parking lot, and I go to grab my Monster. I get back out, and put the clutch down, and the clutch stayed right to the floor, and the whole system blew. Like, the whole clutch blew, the lines blew, the pivot ball blew, the slave cylinder blew, the master cylinder blew. It was a mess, and that was not a fun experience at all. Yeah, and then I fixed that. That was about $3,000 out of shop. Fixed it, suffered that bill. I was like, ouch, whatever. And then moved on and drove it for about another 1,000 kilometers, if that. And one day I started to hear ticking, and yeah, it was rod knock. And then I also had my water pump go. So I decided to just sell the car, call my ends, and that was my experience with the Subaru WRX. So that's why I personally have not enjoyed that car. Yeah. So I don't want to make it sound like I was only trying to negatively talk the car, but I've only had negative experiences with it. So yeah, that being said, if you do want one, don't take my word for all of it. It could have just been my car, but personally, I've also researched. I've done a bunch of talking with friends who have owned Subarus, and they've all had the same problems. They're just overall not the best vehicle to buy if you want a daily drive. Alright guys, that's gonna end today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's just my personal experience on the car. If there's any Subaru watchers on this channel, don't take it to heart. I still love Subarus. We're actually thinking about buying a new one. Me and my girlfriend, she's thinking about buying a new one. Not the turboed one. So I'm hoping that it's okay. But we'll see. With that being said, you guys shall see it maybe in the next video or the video after. Depends if I make a video before that one. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the videos. Please get me up to that number I want, 100 subscribers. I think you can do it. Let's get this done. Thank you guys. Peace out.